Cherry up. Kunye. All right, we're going to get started with our warm-up, starting off 50 jumping jacks. Hands by your sides. And begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Legs back and forth. And crisscross. And side to side. Feel the hips. And bouncing. Good, shake it out. And head forward and backwards. Left and right. Side to side. And circles. Other way. And arms up. Elbows and arms, shoulder blade touch. Go. Arms forward. Backwards. And twisting. Very good. Hips around. Other way. Very good. Feet together, knee circles. Go. And other way. Very nice. On one set of tiptoes, just small ankle circles. Other way. Other ankle. Other way. All right, shake it out. We're going to do forward leg raises for a total of 20 seconds. Just alternating sides, keeping the hands up. Straight leg, we're not kicking right now, just trying to get a stretch in the back of your legs like your hamstrings. And begin. Don't forget to breathe as you do these. And time. Very good. Now, if you need to, depending on where you're training, you can turn sideways. For today, we don't have a lot of people in this room. We're just going to go side to side with our leg raises. And begin. Let's get a little stretch on the inside and outside of those legs. Try again to keep that leg straight, body forward. You don't want to turn that body this way and end up doing another forward leg raise. You want to stay forward, raise the legs to the side. And time. Very good. Next one, I'm just going to turn sideways so we can see. You can do a rear leg raise straight up behind you. 1 and 2. Keeping your body up as much as you can so you get a stretch, not bending forward like we're bowing. And begin. Those hands up. And time. All right, we're going to get into a little bit of strengthening exercises now, starting with the squats. We're going to go down and up, full full range of motion, all the way down and all the way up, for a total of 20 seconds. Have a goal in your mind of how many you want to shoot for. If you hit that goal, make it higher the next time. If you don't, keep working until you get there. 20 seconds of squats. Ready, set, go. Try and keep your heads and chest up and just bend those knees to get that full range of motion. Like you're sitting in a really low chair and standing right back up. And time. All right, next one. Forward lunges, alternating. So you put one foot in front, touch the back knee to the ground, step all the way back so your feet are side by side. Do it on the other side and repeat. Same thing, pick a goal, pick a number that you want to shoot for. Hit that number, great, up the number. If you don't hit that number, keep working toward it. Ready, set, go! Full range of motion. Now if you want a little more of a core workout, also you could bring your elbow over to your opposite knee. Gets a little bit of the abdominals involved instead of just the legs. And time. Very good. Have a seat. We're going to do sit-ups. Now you can do these any variation. So if that means your full sit-up right now or your max sit-up is a crunch, where I come up about halfway, that's fine. If you can do a full range sit-up, all the way up and down, and show for the other side as well. All the way up and down, you can do that. If you know a jackknife sit-up, you can bring your legs and your shoulders off the ground and crunch together. You have more resistance on that. Hands behind the neck or head, and crunch up. If you know and can do well a power rocker, you can do that. So feet up, arms up, and just rock, not letting the shoulders or the heels touch the ground. Either one, any of those actually, is acceptable. We're just going to do 20 seconds. I'll face the camera. We'll do, which version are you going to do, Miss Peyton? Jackknife sit-ups. I'm going to do the full range sit-ups for today. 20 seconds, shoot for a number, pick it, hold it in your head, try and aim for that number. Ready, set, go! And pump them out as many as you can in those 20 seconds. If you're doing those full range sit-ups, try and keep your feet on the ground and not roll anywhere. And time. So now what we're going to do is just a little stomach stretch. You bring your body on the ground and prop up with just using your hands. Get a little stomach stretch. Some people call this a cobra stretch. Sounds cooler than a sea lion. So we're going to come up as far as you can and bring your shoulders back. You should feel a little stretch right here in the lower abdominals. Good. Now you're going to push your glutes back over your heels and leave your hands out to get a lower back stretch. I believe in yoga they call this a child's pose. push-ups. You can do any variation of push-ups. You can do any of these on your hands or knuckles. If you want to strengthen the wrist for punching, that's a good idea. You can do, a couple variations would be just a regular push-up. Hands under the shoulders, bending and coming back up. You can do wide arms. Wide arms, I prefer to do them on the hand just because how far out the wrists are. I don't want anybody to buckle them, but you can do them on the knuckles too. If you want to, you can do diamonds. Where you bring the hands into a little diamond and you bring your chest to the diamond and back up. You can do offset push-ups where one hand is in front, one hand is in back, and you kind of come in the center, you kind of angle to one, switch the hands, and angle the other way. The variation is up to you. If you have another variation in mind, you can do that as well. Oh, a hand release. There's one more. So where I come all the way down, hands off the mat, put them back, and all the way back up. So that takes away momentum and really starts working those little fine muscles in your arms, shoulders, even your core. 20 seconds of any style push-up you want to do. What are you going to do, Miss Faith? She's going to go for the hand release. I'll do wide arms today. You pick the variation that best suits you and pick a number that you want to do that number of push-ups. 20 seconds. Ready, set, go! And time. All right. Next one, superheroes. So you're going to lay on your belly. You're going to bring your chest and your knees essentially off of the ground. I'll turn sideways so the camera can see this one. And like you're flying, so you're going to fly high and then straight. And then high and then straight. Note to anybody watching, you do not have to fold in half like Miss Peyton. Show them one. She kind of folds back like she's some kind of scorpion. You do not have to do that. But come up and down as many times as you can. Ready, set, go. And time. All right. Very last one here is a plank. This one you can vary and go for as long as you want. You can go for 30 seconds, 45 seconds, a minute, 2 minutes. You know yourself better than anybody. For right now, let's shoot for the middle. Miss Peyton will do a 1 minute plank. Ready, set, go. And if you watch, we're doing 2 different style planks. You can do that. I'm doing a low plank, Miss Peyton's doing a high plank. Another variation, which we'll throw in today, because some of you guys like this one, is let's say we're doing a minute 20 seconds, you can switch to one side. And do a side plank as well in there. Or, if you're not comfortable with that yet, hold the center plank. And switch. That's a minute right now. So just for the heck of it, go back to center. We'll hold another 30 seconds. No bonus plank. Almost there, guys. Push it. Dig deep. You got this. Almost there. 3, 2, don't drop it. 1, and time. Stand up. Awesome. Now, if you're putting everything into those warm-ups, you should be sweating a little bit. You should be breathing a little hard. You should be dying if you've done these a few times. But you should be a little bit tired, out of breath, ready to work hard. Now, for the kids, Miss Payne, if you come right here. For the kids, we always do a focus check before we start our requirements. So Miss Payton will demonstrate that. Focus check, go!
Focus your eyes, focus mind, focus your body, start.
And she just doesn't move. We're going to go for about 15 seconds. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And Jimmy! Chariot! Kunya! And relax, ready to work hard. Awesome job with the warm-ups. Chunji Hill. Go! And Chariot, Kunye, Chumi, Chunji Hill. Chariot, Kunye, and relax. Chariot, Kunye. All right, come up to a defensive position. Self-defense, you're in that very unassuming defensive position, not challenging somebody to a fight. They're going to penetrate and grab your guard right here. They're going to grab you by the collar. As they do, you're going to trap them with the same side. So they grab with the right, you trap with the hand on that side, your left. As you do, you kick, causing some pain, low shin kick, make them think about something else. This also gets you a little bit closer to your attacker. Take your free hand right now, drop it down into the pit of their elbow or onto their bicep, causing some more pain. Drop your whole forearm down. From here, reach underneath, either grab the elbow, the sleeve, horsepipe, or loop your hands around to pull their elbow close to your chest. Across the body, puts them in a very uncomfortable and natural position. As you do that, palm strike across the face, grab by their face, their hair, their collar, something, and whip them down in a low block motion toward that yellow wall, toward your left. Up, let's do the whole thing. I'm going to go slow for the purposes of the video. If you could combine some moves and do it a little faster, work to your best pace. Ready? Go! 2 more times. Go! And one last Chumbi. Chariot. Kunye. And relax. Chariot. Kunye. Second self-defense from Chen Ji Hyung. Somebody's going to grab you by your left wrist, I'm assuming for this self-defense. They're grabbing with their right hand. As they go, instead of pulling away, I'm actually going to kick with my free side, my right side, close a little distance, and cause some pain. So I'm aiming for the shin with my right. While they're thinking about that, hopefully their hand loosens a little bit, maybe even lets go. If not, I'm going to wrap it up around so my fingers go outside my body, not in this way. I'm going to pull them in a little bit. My right hand is going to punch right in between that bicep and tricep. I'm going to hold this hand strong. I'm going to turn toward the front using my hips, my body, and my forearm, inner forearm block to snap right behind the elbow. Let's go through the full motion. Left hand out, and go! 2 more times. And you should end in an L stance. Don't go too big to a walking stance. You'll miss that point behind the elbow. You'll end up in the armpit. It'll do nothing for you. Left hand out, and go! And one more time. Last one. Left hand out, and go! And Chumbi. Chariot. Kunye. And relax. Chumbi. Chariot. Kunye. One step sparring, number 1. Step back with your left leg. You're going to move out at a 45-degree angle to your right. So from where you started, picture a punch or a kick in front of you. I don't want to walk into it. This is a bad idea. Move off their center line. Move at an angle. My right hand is going to punch as I move out at a 45-degree angle. My back hand stays up. Front hand, right hand in this case, punches at an angle on the line where I just was. So where I just pictured that attacker, where they are, I throw the punch, bring the hand down, come back to my starting position. Let's do that 3 times on each side. So moving to the right first. Ready? And back. Make sure we pause over there. Don't just bounce. Keep the back hand up. Ready? 2. And back. One more. Eyes up. 3. And back. And switch sides. Good. Moving to the left this time. 45-degree angle. So my left leads, my right follows. I get off the center line. Where I just pictured that person throwing a punch or kick, I use my left hand to throw a punch, pull it back, and go back to where you started. We're going to do 3 times on this side. You ready? 1. And back. 2. And back. Make sure back hand does stay up. It's common to drop because you're throwing everything into that punch. Back hand up by the head. 1 more. 3. And back. And Chumbi. Chariot. Kunye. And relax. Chumbi. Chariot. Kunye. Chumbi. Step back with the right leg back. Sparring stance. Go. One step sparring, number 2. I'm kind of in an L stance, not traditionally, I'm a little more offset. L stance would be a little more forward. I'm in that sparring stance, a little more aggressive where I could throw a punch. And that's the idea with this one. I'm picturing maybe a back fist or even a kick coming to my head. I'm going to drop out with the back leg. So in this case, my right leg steps out to the right in a walking stance. I lean my head off the center line, guard with my left hand, and throw a punch with the hand that was up by my head. In this case, the right. So let's do that again, just a little bit faster, but still explaining. Step back with the right, punch with the right. Make sure the left is up there to guard. My head's off the center line. I'm in a walking stance on this one. Now, because I want to get away from the attacker, I want to reset, regroup, take the front leg, and as I pull the hand back, pull that front leg back so I'm retreating now. I'm creating a little space between myself and the attacker. Let's do that a total of 3 times on each side. So right leg is back, right hand will punch. Ready? And I'm back here. Step back up where you started. So I'll be going out and back at a little bit of an angle if you watch. You'll notice that. Ready? 2, back up. And 3, up. And switch sides. Make sure eyes are forward when you do that. Don't ever switch by taking your eyes off of the partner or opponent. From here, right leg is in front, my left hand is up. I'm going to step back with my left into a walking stance. Head comes off the center line. I punch with the left as I guard my face. I now push off of the front leg, pulling back into a sparring position. I've created a little distance, space, safety from myself and my attacker or opponent. So I'm doing 3 times on this side. Ready? 1, and back. Back up. Ready? 2, back. 1 more. 3, and back up. And 2.